Former Papa John's CEO on the call that cost him his career.
His face was once a regular presence on the airwaves, but the former CEO of Papa John's Pizza, John Schnatter, experienced
Tale of the tape. It sounds like a cryptid. This sounds like a historical event. The tale of the tape.
a dramatic fall from grace as he was forced out of the company he founded after reports that he used a racial slur on a training conference call in 2018.
It was on a training call?
Tapes that he says tell his side of the story as he tries to repair his reputation. In an interview in 2019, you said, "Stay tuned, the day of reckoning will come, the record will be straight." Is that why you're here today?
What?
I think that's one of the reasons I'm here, but for sure the truth's going to come out, and nothing sells like the truth. And
the day of reckoning will come out soon? Is this guy bringing Ragnarok or something? Oh, what is he talking about? What is the day of reckoning for a pizza CEO?
the tape is the truth.
What John Schnatter calls the truth has never been heard until now. It's the tape of an incident that led to the erasure of the man who for decades made his name and face synonymous with his multi-billion-dollar company. John Schnatter was not only the founder of Papa John's, but also its front man.
Better ingredients.
Yeah, I guess he was in every commercial, huh?
Papa John's.
In
I'm gonna be honest. I've seen these commercials before, but I never knew that this was Mr. John. I thought this was just like an actor they hired.
2010, Papa John's became the official pizza sponsor
For the
of
NFL?
the NFL.
Oh,
Better
wow.
ingredients, better pizza, better football. Papa John's.
Damn,
But in
that's a good endorsement.
2017, sales were sliding, and Schnatter appeared to place the blame on the NFL's handling of player protests during the national anthem,
What?
which had become a political football.
What? How does taking the knee relate to pizza? John, are you okay? Political protests in the NFL caused Papa John's profits to... John, what the brother? Are you... How do we get from point A to point B?
Wouldn't you love to see one of these NFL owners, when somebody disrespects our flag, to say, "Get that son of a off the field right now, out"?
That's
He's
kind of funny.
fired.
Donald Trump, man, he has a way with words.
In a
God.
conference call to discuss
I just don't understand. Like, okay, I don't know. Maybe they're going to explain it, but I just don't know how we get from there to there. Like, how does this relate to pizza? Did John Schnatter put them up to it?
earnings, Schnatter said the NFL is hurting, and more importantly, by not resolving the current debacle to the player and owner's satisfaction, NFL leadership has hurt Papa
What?
John's shareholders. This should have been nipped in the bud a year and a half ago. Papa John's immediately faced backlash from those who said the company was opposing the player protests against police brutality, a claim Schnatter says was inaccurate.
Papa John's is a family of small businesses.
See, I get it, right? Everybody has their own political beliefs, but I just don't understand how that relates to Papa John's, though.
And the NFL is our biggest spend. And so
Why?
every year
Like,
when
what-
the fall came around,
Why-
our sales
what
would go
possessed
up.
them to say these
When
statements?
the controversy started, sales did the other. They went down.
So you would say that you were never anti the protests?
Oh, absolutely not. In fact, I think criminal justice reform has to happen.
But immediately after his 2017 comments on the NFL, Schnatter's words were latched onto by hate groups online. The neo-Nazi site, the Daily Stormer, dubbing Papa John's the official pizza of the alt-right, a claim Papa John's
their
immediately
headquarters?
disavowed.
That's so funny.
A few months later, Papa
That's
John's...
why
and the
you should never bring politics into any business. And I think businesses don't have... They shouldn't be political, right? Like, when I go to Papa John's, I just want a fucking good pizza, brother. You know what I mean? Like, it's the same for any company, whether they're left or right. Just, oh, what's the meme? Like, hey, put the fries in the bag, bro. Like, what are you doing?
NFL had ended their partnership, and Schnatter had stepped down from his role as CEO in what he says was a planned transition. Schnatter remained the board chairman, but the damage to his reputation remained, prompting the company to hire a marketing agency called Laundry Service to work to rebuild Schnatter's image.
What?
In May of
There's a PR company called Laundry Service?
agency called Laundry
This is like the shit out of Breaking Bad. You know, you buy like the W4500, they send you like out of the country or something. His reputation went down, so he hired Laundry Service to clean it up. Is this like a real thing? None of this sounds real, by the way. Like, is this actually ABC News? It is. 17 million subscribers. Yeah, this is ABC. This feels almost AI generated.
In May of 2018, Schnatter joined a call for what he says was planned as a discussion about how to get him back into Papa John's commercials.
Oh no, this is the
purpose of the
call.
was very clear. We had a marketing meeting the week before, and the call was about the creative, strategic creative. And what do we do as far as putting me back in the ads? Once I got on the call, they switched it from this is a brand marketing strategic initiative to this is going to be a diversity call with regards to race.
It was on that call that Schnatter uttered the words that would lead to his undoing. When 2 months later, allegations appeared publicly in a July 2018 Forbes report that he used a racial slur during that call.
The face of Papa John's Pizza is changing.
Now to that breaking news overnight, Papa John's founder resigning.
Dude, I love how every single news outlet reported on this. This was just so groundbreaking. Nobody thought the Papa could do him like this.
As chairman of the board for the pizza chain,
Papa John's shares fell nearly 5%.
Okay, 5% isn't that bad.
He was wiped from all marketing.
Wait, look.
Nearly 5%.
They had his ass vanished like a Thanos
was
snap.
swift. He was wiped from
He
all
never
marketing
existed.
and says he had to step down from the board of the company he launched in 1984 out of a broom closet of his father's bar in Indiana.
When you build something with your bare hands from nothing, and then you get thrown out of kicked to the street. I mean, the board of directors on a Wednesday were my biggest fans, and then all of a sudden Sunday they kicked me to the curb. I would have liked a decent burial.
But now he feels a resurrection is in order as a result of these newly released recordings.
I hope he gets sent out to the pasture on this. Really.
Oh, God.
According to Schnatter, the training call had been recorded without his knowledge by laundry service.
Who are
the
those
company
guys?
Papa John's
Was
had
that the board
hired
of
to help his
directors?
image. And now he says for the first time people can hear for themselves what was said on that call. On the call, Schnatter disavows racist groups, and he again downplays his comments from the prior year on the NFL protests.
It wasn't intentional to be insensitive to police brutality. I mean, that wasn't even in my mind. Or, be, anti-supportive.
But at the end of the call, he expresses frustration over his being tied to racists over his comments on the NFL, and instead points to another famous fast food
Colonel
founder.
Sanders?
Well, Colonel Sanders called black I'm like, I've never used that word. And they get away with it. Yeah, we use the word debacle. We get framed in the same genre. It's crazy. The whole thing's crazy.
The family of Colonel Sanders has denied he ever used racist language, and in 2018 called Schnatter's claim a, quote, absolute lie. In retrospect, what do you think about your use of the actual word?
I don't know how this conversation even gets brought up. Yeah, it's a little bit different in context, right? Because he was like denouncing it, like, hey, like, this guy says it all the time. Like, I've never said it once.
Said the word, I didn't use the word. I cited the word, I mentioned the word. I paraphrased what another founder used to say or did that I would never say.
I love how you roped Colonel Sanders into this somehow.
Have I over again what I wish I'd have said the N-word? Of course. Of course.
So why didn't you?
The context was used as a contrast. I never used the word. This guy uses the word. I never used that word. It was to make a point.
Do you think that it's possible to not have racist intent but still have racist impact?
I think if you use a racial slur, you have ill intent. I think if you cite the word as an example, don't use that word, I don't think that's ill intent. I think that is anti-racist. Absolutely.
Anti-racist.
Would you
I feel like you also have to
agree
gauge
that
the crowd in those situations too, right? Like not with your board of directors and your hiring agency. What are you doing? What possessed him to do this?
where the real word is arguably the weightiest word in the English language? And I'm wondering if you felt that only in the aftermath, or if at the time when you said it, you knew the power of actually stating the N-word. Because if you had just said the N-word, we probably wouldn't even be talking about this right now.
Right. I think the reason I was using it in the context and the reference I was is because I despise the word. Don't use that word. I never use the word.
It's like Voldemort's name.
Would I not use the word? Absolutely.
Do you think that you
I never wanted to, but let me tell you, Voldemort just whipped out my tongue and he really made me do it. If
I had it over again, I would use the N-word instead of saying Colonel Sanders actually calls black people the word.
Imagine he doubles down. I don't know why, I was waiting for it. I was waiting for him to double down on it. Well, Colonel Sanders, I would never say this again, but just to repeat what I said.
His focus has now shifted to another word, setup.
When you look on the surface, it looks like I caused the problem. When you really dig into it, you can see that laundry service authored the problem and they set me up.
Many people are going to have a hard time understanding. Laundry service was hired by Papa John's.
Wait. I never understood that. Wait. The company he hired, laundry services, are the ones who dealt the dirty clothes? They didn't wash them clean. They made them dirtier. Wait, what? He hired them to... Whoa, I didn't know about that. That's a plot twist. Holy crap, yeah.
Right? So why
Wow,
would
they saw that clip and they said, this is one stain we can't take out, Papa.
Call set you up.
Laundry service was hired to protect me. It actually came to be that they persecuted me. They were persecutors. They did evil deeds and they tried to hide them.
To be fair, I don't know what he was thinking hiring a place called Laundry Service.
Wasserman Media, alleging in a recently unsealed amended complaint that Laundry Service acted with ill intent and to use Mr. Schnatter's comments against him by leaking the comments to Forbes, stating in the complaint that defendant's conduct was malicious, intentional, unfair, and unreasonable under the circumstances. Laundry Service has responded, seeking to dismiss the suit, denying that they leaked his remarks on the call to Forbes. And they argue that Schnatter, who voluntarily resigned from the board following the Forbes article, scored an own goal by using vile racist language and is the architect of his own demise. But through the legal discovery process, it was revealed that someone within Laundry Service continued recording their conversation.
Yeah, okay, so like, of course, you know, John Schneider here. Is that his name? Schnatter. Yeah, Schneider is like the Dan guy from Nickelodeon. Yes, he dug his own grave, but I feel like legally he might have something to stand on, because they really did like out him when he hired them for the exact opposite.
It was revealed that someone within Laundry Service
they could make a documentary about this guy.
Their conversation after Schnatter left the May 2018 call after his use of the racial slur. That's when former Laundry Service CEO Jason Stein made these comments.
I hope he gets sent out to the pasture on this. Really.
Ooh, and this is the CEO of
And
Laundry
Stein then
Service?
added that he wanted Schnatter to make similar remarks in a public interview.
I just want him to go and speak the truth. And I want to write down the bullet points and then let him go. He just has to make sure it's an hour-long conversation so that he says like you said here.
Oh yeah, no. He has a case. Like I said, you know, Schnatter did this to himself, but I think if he were to sue Laundry Services, he would win. 100%. No way.
The one that was
I guess that is the reckoning of Laundry Service.
What was your reaction?
Well, I used to tell my friends, I said, you know, you're not gonna believe this. I think I was set up. And now with the tape, it's like they understand, because it's so far-fetched that an agency that's supposed to be your protector is actually gonna set you up to be the worst thing you can be in this day and age, in this situation at this time, is to be painted as a racist.
I think people are going to think that he didn't learn the lesson. He didn't learn the power of when he uttered a word, even when he's using it to say, I don't use this word.
Right. Well, for sure, you learn your lesson in going through this by like 1,000-fold, maybe more. That's
especially in the day and age of the internet. Yeah, dude, the guy got crucified online. He learned the lesson, let me tell you.
Kids don't have to live with this.
I don't even have to imagine
don't have to live with this. I clear my name, and then we point out the fact is, don't rush to judgment. That's the problem with cancel culture. Whether either side of the aisle is, there's a rush to judgment. It can be taken out of context. It can be built on a false narrative, and it can destroy people's lives.
And so you feel that you were an unfair victim of cancel culture?
I totally feel like I was a victim of cancel culture. I mean, it was a false narrative.
But Schnatter himself has had some difficulty selling his story. Earlier this month, Schnatter appeared on OAN, a far-right cable channel, when word of the Laundry Service tapes was first reported.
And we've had 3 goals for the last 20 months to get rid of this N-word in my vocabulary.
What did you mean to say when you said, I'm trying to get the N-word out of my vocabulary?
That's a poor choice of words.
I transposed my vocabulary to the media vocabulary. The media needs to get rid of this vocabulary with regards to me. It's not in my
association.
Yeah, the association. It was the media's vocabulary, association with me, not my vocabulary. Again, I never used the word. I'm offended by the word.
And in that May 2018 training call with Laundry Service, he did make disparaging remarks about NFL players and Commissioner Roger Goodell.
Yeah, his track history isn't good.
He's destroying these players' minds. They're all beating their wives up. He's destroying their families. They were all steroids or fine. And now he's going to let them protest. He's going to destroy their future income.
But But Schnatter stands by the majority of his comments on that fateful 2018 call, which his team has now posted in full online.
Well,
man, everybody around Papa John's here is just always recording him, huh? They said, we're going to catch this guy today. Yeah, I didn't know there was so much of this story. I thought it was just like cut and dry. Let me see. Well, what are the comments to this, actually? Never trust a company called laundry service except to clean your clothes. When someone records you without your permission, that's usually a sign they're out to get you. Yeah, laundry services definitely were out to get him. 100%. They literally did set him up. I mean, of course, he did it himself. Like, he went into the trap, but they did set him up, though. That's actually a little bit insane. The only takeaway from that whole thing is that I'm really craving pizza now. That's really all it is.